What's up, everybody? Today's video I would like to entitle Calculated Manipulation. I was I watched a video a while back that basically what it was trying to explain is the fact that narcissists will intentionally put you in a situation to where they can play the victim, or they intentionally put you in a situation where they can triangulate you. And I also read an article on it. Um, Now, I want to give a very specific example of that with my situation, what I went through, what she did, and how that led up to basically like a grand finale. So, this is at the very end of our relationship. She was asking to move in with me, and she had a lot of problems at home, and she just wanted to get out of the house, which to me was strange because she always said how much she hated where I live and she would never, ever, ever live here, but whatever. So we were talking and she kept making, seeing if we could make the relationship work, is what I mean by talking. She kept making comments about how other guys are so into her and this, that, and the other, which, I was educated at this time and I knew that she was just trying to get a rise out of me. So pretty much gray rocked, right? And then she made a comment about, would it be okay if I were to talk to one of your friends? And I was like, okay, it's weird, but I figured she was, again, trying to get a rise out of me, right? So then, we continued to try to rectify the relationship, or so I thought. And she had a work Christmas party to go to. And she invited me to it. She wanted me to go with her, seemed pretty normal. About 2 or 3 days before this work Christmas party, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to reiterate. I had taken a long shower, about 45, maybe an hour long, and then she got mad that I didn't respond for 45 minutes to an hour, and decided that she no longer wanted me to go to the work Christmas party with her. She was going to take somebody else. So she did. Then well, actually, I'm sorry, let me backstep one little bit. Before this work Christmas party, after she got mad at me for taking a shower, she said, well, I'm going to wear the dress you bought me. So a couple of years ago, I went out and bought her like this super, super expensive dress to wear to nice occasions. Which was definitely an attempt to get a rise out of me, right? And then, so she ended up going to this work party with, at the point, I didn't know who, but through social media, of course, found out that it was indeed a guy that I knew wearing the dress that I bought her. So of course at this point I react. What the fuck are you doing? Wearing the dress that I bought you, going to the work Christmas party that you invited me to with a guy that I know, so on and so forth. It got pretty ugly. And that's exactly what she wanted. After that point, she started to play a lot of see how crazy he is, I'm the victim game. One specific example is after I found that out, I was just like ignoring her. I was like, fuck you, this is bullshit. And she had unintentionally left a voicemail. She had called. It may have been intentionally, knowing a narcissist, but I don't think it was. She had called, I didn't answer, and I guess she just like threw her phone down and kept recording throughout the voicemail. And it was her at her house talking to her mom, talking about, he's so fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck. See, he's gonna do something. I don't even know. Like 2 minutes long of her trying to like basically was triangulating me against her mother. And then all that led up to continued arguments eventually, and then basically out of the blue, when she found out that I wasn't tolerating it, she accused me of domestic violence. Um, Here is what I want you to see about all that, though. This was meticulously and on purpose set up. It started out with the planting the seed of, is it okay to talk to one of your friends? And then it became, I'm going to wear the dress that you bought me out. And then it became going with them. Now, all those other things, I hadn't reacted up until that one point. And as soon as I started reacting, going, hey, that's really fucked up. That's a pretty shitty thing of you to do, and arguing with her, that is the point where she started to triangulate me and put the blame on me and play the victim. So she was intentionally seeking reactions for weeks. This was planned out weeks in advance. She was intentionally seeking reactions. And once she got it, the game started to unfold that she was trying to make me appear to be the crazy one. Having invited me to all this and then throwing it in my face that she was going to talk to one of my friends, throwing it in my face that she was going to wear the dress that I bought her. And then once she got the reaction, and I say mean things, no fucking shit, I say mean things, then she goes, see, look how crazy he is, Mom. See, and I'm sure she was doing this to multiple different people. See, I told you he's a fucking psycho. He just won't let go. Of course, she's not telling them about how she invited me and she throwing it in my face and doing all this shit. So again, what I want you to see, this was meticulously set up to get me. No doubt about it. So then, when all this continued to come to fruition with this domestic violence, she comes to court with doctored documents of what I've said, where parts of the conversations had been removed. Other things that I said had been doctored as well, which is I ultimately was able to get this case dismissed because of all that. But her whole goal in this situation was essentially to get a rise out of me and to fuck me over once she got a rise out of me. If this had all happened within like a few day period or a week maybe, I get it. But when she started making the planting the seeds was weeks and weeks and weeks before. And now I see how it correlated all together. I think from day one she planned on inviting me to this party, but then intentionally not taking me and intentionally wearing the dress to get at me, to cause me to react, to where she could to say, look how crazy he is, and then from being able to say, look how crazy he is, look at all the fucked up shit he did, she was able to justify her actions and her, I would guess, attempt to reenact some sort of revenge, or an attempt to justify her actions that she was going to take into the future, which was to move in with another guy, even though it was just a few weeks earlier she was wanting to move in with me. Don't know if all this really makes sense. It's really, really hard to wrap your head around. It's even harder for me to vocalize and get all together. The one thing that I can tell you is there's no doubt in my mind that every single one of these steps that she took was planned out and done on purpose. And it meets that article and that video's idea perfectly. They keep fucking with you, and they keep fucking with you, and they keep fucking with you. And then when you finally react, they jump back, oh my God, look how crazy he is. I told you he was crazy. I told you he was crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. I just went to my work party. There was nothing wrong there. I didn't do nothing. That's exactly what they fucking do. There's no doubt in my mind that I was literally played like a fucking fiddle. I mean, even though knowing what she was doing, knowing she was trying to get a reaction out of me, she did all that fucking shit on purpose. And then to get the voicemail too, and actually hear her in mid-triangulation with her mother talking about how crazy I was, and I was just a jealous fucking this, that, and the other. Everything fit together. so perfectly once I understood the dynamics of it. I mean, I just knew that she was trying to play me. I just knew it. And sure as shit, it was. It was. And then, this was the one instance where she went even farther than normal, um, to try to actually ruin my life and take me to court over this shit. Uh, I don't know. I seriously feel like this is not making sense as I'm saying it, but I hope that you do see what I'm trying to get out here. Um, and then, after the court case, that she lost, and she blew up in front of the judge, acted like a fucking idiot, damn near got in contempt of court. Um, then 3 or 4 days later, she moves in with another guy. If there's just there's no way that all this wasn't planned out ahead of time. Because she wouldn't be able to move with another guy unless she set up the groundwork to make me look bad, Because if she goes up to Ted, we've already talked about Ted. Ted, look, he was doing this to me. He was doing this to me. I was so bad I had to take him to court, and now I don't have anywhere to live. Can I live with you? And Ted's like, oh shit, man, this bitch needs help. Sure, come live with me. Like all this fucking shit was set up to get at me, make me look bad, doctor this situation so that she could move in with Ted, because then she could pull on his heartstrings. No fucking doubt in my mind. So annoying that seemingly they always get off the hook and get away with all this fucking bullshit, right? Well, she didn't really, because now her reputation in the city has moved and she's had to move to another city. Everybody here knows now that she is a giant whore and a piece of shit. Also, my one remaining lovely part of it is poor Ted has to deal with that now. So, tell me if this does or doesn't make sense. That's it for now.